Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. Hope you're having a wonderful day here today, and it is going to get better regardless. We have Flash up here at 12 o'clock, and he is playing against SnOw again. In fact, they played 2 times in a row on the ladder, and that is very exciting because this is entirely recent, right? So as of the moment you're seeing this, this was played within a couple days. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to continue to watch what's going on with Flash's mind on TVP. I got to give you guys a few updates, okay? Because we've been watching this, we've been talking about the fact that Flash is testing a lot of things and maybe changing the metagame a little bit and things like that. And people are starting to copy him, okay? So, I watch a lot of StarCraft, and, we saw that one Scan versus DeWalt game where it's like, oh, look at this. He's kind of using this Wraith idea against the Robo. So that's been popping up. But then also, remember all the upgrade Terran games that Flash has played? Royal was trying to use upgrade Terran as well recently. And that was against SnOw in the KCM Race Survival series. So Flash is definitely leaving an imprint. I hadn't seen anyone try upgrade Terran in quite a while, but Royal gave it a big try, and it was like a reasonable game against SnOw. He ended up losing that one, but it's SnOw, so what can you do? But it's very cool to see this evolution, and there's not a question that all the top players are watching Flash's ladder games. They're absolutely, because he's not streaming them, so they're going, they're downloading them, they're watching them, they're trying to figure out, okay, what's he on to? Because that's it just kind of shows that everyone knows that Flash is going to change things and, make, wow, I can't believe he lost an SCV there, that's so annoying. He is going to change things and make a mix-up in the metagame. So, yeah, very exciting to see it. There is quite a bit of probe harassment here. Seems like Flash is actually having a very hard time. When someone comes out like this, you do have to repair. If someone's this good with the probe, you can't just try to counter it with the SCV. The probes are just so much better. So, anyways, he did get that kill, but he is going to lose this probe most likely. Yeah, it throws that second depot down there. It is a little bit late of a second depot. A Zealot coming across the map. And no range as of yet, just Dragoon coming up. So it looks like he wants to put some pretty heavy pressure on. And you can see that supply block that's being eaten by Flash. This is because of that probe harassment, right? This depot is very late. It was a fast factory, so that's nice. But he had to skip an entire SCV there, or maybe a little bit more than an entire SCV to get the Marine. And as his SCV sees the Zealot coming, he goes third depot, which is really smart. But as soon as you kind of force a third depot, if Protoss throws down the Nexus, they get ahead. So, looking... Oh, no! The SCV got in the way, and they glitched. So he's already taken 2 hits, 3 hits right there on that one Marine. So loses the Marine, and he was making the second depot to help counter this, and in fact starts a second, when you start the second Vulture, this is a nod towards you need more units, and in fact there is and he cancels that out as this comes up, so it looks like he feels like he can't hold it. And I was going to say, if you make the second Vulture, you need to actually counterattack your opponent, but it doesn't work that well. If they don't have great micro, you can do very well with that, but yeah, this case doesn't seem like that would be a good one. Now, is considering SnOw has some of the best micro in the whole world. Okay, where are we at? Hasn't started the CC yet, so this is a huge issue because the Nexus is almost done. This is turning into worse than a Nexus first build, right? For Terran, this is not a good situation, and in fact, yeah, he is going to go for a push. Okay, absolutely can't blame him for this, because that Nexus is so fast, and, SnOw took a lot of damage on this one Dragoon. I guess the Zealot is fine, but this was pretty bad for Flash. So Flash is going to go ahead and send this now. He is getting mines. He has a Vulture up in the front. This is just like an FD push, right? Fake double factory. It's not popular anymore. No one really does this anymore, and it generally doesn't work at higher levels. But this is a very late range from SnOw, so there is an opportunity here where Flash may be able to get something to happen with this. And if he doesn't, he's basically screwed because this Nexus is so fast. Now coming down and pushing in, he's going to be able to target down that Zealot very, very quickly. One mine gets targeted by the probes immediately. Oh my god, and he kills the goons. That was a misfire there on those goons, so he doesn't get the mine pick off. And suddenly this push has put Flash into the lead. Like, this is... excuse me, I don't think that he'll actually kill him because there's going to be 2 more goons popping out in a second. Oh, maybe he does, actually. That goon actually had like 3 hits left on it, and then the tank took no damage from that. The 2 goons popping out, like, notice how he brings the probes up? He was pushing them so that they couldn't lay a mine here. If they had laid a mine here, that would have probably been it. But there is an observer out now. He's using his probes to fight. Very good micro from SnOw. Very good awareness of exactly what he needed to do to not die here. So Flash took this situation that was absolutely wretched, and he's turning it into a very, very winning position. His command center is done. He's transferring SCVs. There's no probes being built up here. He's still killing some more. Flash is up 9 workers. It's absurd, right? Like, the Nexus was done and he hadn't had anything started, right? There were some things that went wrong. The initial probe did great harassment. The SCV building the SimCity depot blocked the Marines and made him take a hit on one and lose another one to the Zealot. And he turned on the aggression. And honestly, you can't blame him because that's such a bad position at this type of level that you're probably not going to be able to really do anything. Like, Protoss is just going to dictate the rest of the game by expanding and going Observer and going Reaver. It's kind of like when you see a Zerg lose a drone or an Overlord, and then they just go, no, we're going massling. We're going all in. Can't recover from this. And it's like, well, I mean, sometimes you can. Every position is different, obviously. But some great play there from Flash. Like, that was very, very well executed. That one mine that hit the 2 goons is really what did it. But you can see the micro from SnOw as well, where he's just... The probes did so much for him. But right now, an 8-worker advantage for Flash. And he's adding 2 factories up here. He's putting them into kind of a funny position. He may just want this for his macro area. Like, this spot is hard to put your factories down and have it feel good. I wouldn't be surprised if he's decided he wants this area to be for factories. Because this area, like, when Reavers are coming in and recalls are coming in, it gets really... It's super crowded, and, like, you know, your initial SimCity down here... Yeah, it's never good. Like, I hate playing this position up here. Anyways, he's going into 5 factory, which when you get an advantage like that, you always basically want to go into 5 factory and repressure your opponent. Because either they spend almost all their money on making units to stay alive, or they die to the push, right? Like, you don't let them catch up economically by going for the 5 factory play. So he is getting Vulture speed. That shuttle with Reavers tried to come in, but of course, not even SnOw going to be able to do too much from this spot. Now the tank's moving out. This is a very fast move out from Flash. And he is going to counter here with the Reaver. Like... I don't know. I think just the units popping out here definitely can block this. Maybe he can get a bunch of kills, but like back over here, the goons are going to be completely cleaned up by these siege tanks, I'd say. Bring some SCVs here as well. Trying to make it so he can't really dance those away. Hey, like he picks off a few tanks. More goons coming up. Unfortunately, it is just still 2 gate. He is making a Reaver, but that's going to be a little bit late here, unfortunately. In the meantime, the Reaver is actually getting some pretty insane damage. Look at 11 kills on that Reaver. And suddenly, SnOw is up 12 workers. What? What a crazy game this is. SnOw's counterattack with the Reaver and then just trying to take reasonable engagements, even though he's losing like every single unit. Now, a Reaver coming up, this is going to be able to block Vultures from killing all his probes, so that's good at least, but it can't really do anything against the tanks until a shuttle comes. Turret coming up, but the tanks actually are too far out to block anything from this. He has an observer here, so he can actually pick off the mines as well. It looks like he wants to move forward a little bit. And the Reaver is still out here. It looks like this base should be fine. I still think Flash wins this, but SnOw making this a real game right now. Siege is close enough to hit the Reaver, I think, if he gets that vision. Yeah, and does do a big volley onto that Reaver. Probes having to run from that natural. 26 SCVs against 49 probes right now. But SnOw does get a pretty big supply block, adding more gateways as well. Very, very down and dirty game right now. Now, the Reaver going to come out, but, like, there's just too much here. It doesn't matter if you drop the Dragoon first. He's not going to get anything done with this. As you see, he couldn't even get the shot off. There's just, like, so many Vultures that if he had waited, that Reaver might have just died to the next volley. He was going to die or get very deep red, like the 1 hit point red. Yeah, mine's going down. I don't think that there's anything left here for SnOw. Still has his Reaver over here trying to make some magic happen because he does have this additional Nexus. If he could somehow deal more damage to Flash and then clean this up, okay. And, you know, he has 5 gates, so, like, the cleanup is still a possibility. The Reaver over here just going to start blowing up some more stuff. 26 SCVs with 7 of them sitting there. It's only 19 on minerals and gas right now for Flash. Woo! That's crazy. And SnOw is still... Dude, if SnOw holds this and wins this game, this will be the craziest thing I've ever seen. The shuttle's still out here. He's losing buildings left and right. He's barely mining. I don't think Flash even... Maybe he doesn't even know about that 3rd Nexus. I'm not sure. I love the barracks up here spotting so he sees exactly who he's pushing into. Because, like, you know, Flash's economy is bad enough that he knows he needs to be a little bit careful here. That's for sure. It's funny, actually. There's nothing in this bunker. He could have maybe dropped that Reaver on that tank. So 2 Reavers are out. Uh-oh. Is Flash doomed? Now that there's 2 Reavers here from SnOw. He's pushing back into these gates. You can see SnOw builds the gates further and further back because he just needs some production. Again, if he holds this, his worker count plus the 2nd Nexus could actually make a comeback. It just doesn't seem like there's any true way to break this push, right? Like, even great Scarabs here aren't going to break it. Like, he just hit that Sea Chink and killed Vultures with it. Now he's going to stop this turret, maybe. Woo! You see the... Ooh, this one's going to eat the mine. So that Dragoon ends up dying. He does have this Reaver kind of on anti-Vulture duty. Tanks continue to leapfrog. There's no more SCVs here to build more turrets, so he's not going to have any, like, anti-air support beyond this turret, it looks like. Okay, finally dives in and kills that very red Reaver. Starts going after probes, but honestly, even killing a few probes here is not that big because his saturation is so high. Like, 20 probes here is going to be fine. He's got 44, so you're not really worried about that. Now, the Reaver goes down. Almost no production left here for SnOw. Has some Zealots. He might try defusing some mines. Gets that Reaver out. Picks it up. Reaver definitely still going to be a bit key. Oh! He actually did end up going in there and busting that tank. You can see he took, like, all the shields and some hull hits there. But it looks like he did finally clear that tank out. And he killed 6 more SCVs for Flash as well. So this Reaver's still causing havoc. I can't believe how hard it is to actually kill SnOw. Now, he has the 2 Zealots. It's 4 tanks. See, the math is still so on Flash's side for this push. That's a huge Scarab, but now he's taking massive damage on this one Reaver as well. Tries to push forward. I think that's it. I don't think that there's anything left here for SnOw now. He has a few more units popping out. He does have a single Vulture killing off this Nexus, so there's even more of a timer on SnOw. Trying to do something with this Reaver. Like, he might actually be able to kill that tank as well and deal some more damage. Gets another tank. This is so crazy. Still grinding things down right now. Can't be even losing an observer at this point. Not mining gas anymore. Oh my god. Oh my god. 17 SCVs remain. If SnOw wins this game, I'm writing a letter to Blizzard. It's the last straw. There, right? Like, there's no way. There's no way. So he's bringing in this Reaver. Dude, I mean, this Reaver's doomed. He's like laying offensive mines on this as it pops out. All right, comes up and gonna go after the tanks again. He has a probe in the shuttle now. You can see just how desperate he truly is. And GG is called. Okay, that's gonna do it. Flash does end up taking it, but that's kind of crazy. That one counter push. It's funny because Flash moved out so early with the, like, how many tanks was it? Was it 7? I want to say 7 tanks. And then SnOw just took the high ground, so there were some missed shots and took the engage as well as he could while counter pushing with the Reaver, and there just wasn't any, you know, there's no armory, right? So he just didn't have any air. So it's like with SnOw's level of micro, the Reaver is going to be unbelievably efficient at that point. Should Flash have waited a little bit longer, right? Like, I think the thing is, if you wait too long for the push, then the Reavers will go back and be on the high ground. And it's like, okay, how do we break through that with siege tanks? It's hard. It's hard. You know, SnOw really changes the way that you have to play TVP. Crazy game, though. And Flash does end up winning. So, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.